Eagle, Todd Blackledge, Catherine Tapp inside all of us. And Todd, we look at this game, you've got more passionate about the Spartans than me. Pretty picturesque, perfect night. The best player in all of college football.
And I think they're because I expect Ohio State, excellent Penn State defense.
Won the toss, defer to the second half. So
in his fight, in his toughness, even when he makes waiver, and I think that is what's causing the team.
Didn't play last week against Rutgers. Back out there through the line, he'll pick up 5 on first down. So dynamic.
As good as any players at their respect a lot tonight.
Gross shoves him out of bounds after a first down for McCord. He spins his way to midfield.
And that's the
already positive signs on this. Xavier Johnson, the wide receiver, coming out of the back. Sugar a little bit early. Henderson Johnson still recover and just dirt it in the direction of a boot. Got to start faster, but you also have to remain
better than 2nd and 18 or a turnover or anything.
Incomplete, and Fleck was held up as Mangum was locked up with him in the Big Ten. Cut, and Henderson explodes, picks up 7 more. So impactful last year. He's out for the rest of the season. Fires to the sideline. It's caught out of bounds.
Abuka targeted. We've seen Stover his way. Here he is right there.
Space. There he goes. Marvin.
Guy the ball in some space, and good things are going to happen.
7-0 Ohio State, the #1 team in the.
He said if we start slow, we ramp it up. It's a 4.
We're going to see Chambers in this defense here tonight. Wonderful start to the season. A slow down just made, and Montori Foster is going to
time football in a conference like the Big Ten.
And this is going to be an incompletion, just throws it short of Foster.
Their leading tackler and middle linebacker, Tommy, who's taking Eichenberg's place, is an outstanding.
Hauser back to the air again, slant over the midfield down to the 45. That has struggled. They've struggled with penalties. They've already played 2 top with his first carry, and he dives forward after a pickup of 7.
Carter's production has gone down the last few weeks.
Lee Carr, who did not play last week for Hauser, uncorks and incomplete out of bounds. Yardage situations, they just don't give up an inch.
On goal line, 3rd down. So might run it twice here.
To the outside, he can't. Spun down on this guy's leg, gives him confidence. 6-yarder for Kim.
I had some good weapons too, but that's
rid of it. Stover, a security blanket last week in the win over Rutgers, but there's just such a sin. Couldn't make the second miss, but
they're very unselfish. That time 2 wide out, and Julian Fleming is probably the best.
Up your screen, matched up with a true freshman. For the end zone, Harrison one-on-one.
The freshman cornerback.
Does add the extra point. His body control. Yards out to open it up offensively. And Carter turns on the speed. And a specialist move to tight end. Really known. Deep down the sideline. Incomplete. Over.
Miss. Igbinosun.
Hauser up the middle, and there is no room. That
last week against Nebraska. Fooled the 2 times that he's tried to run the foot.
3rd and 8. Put it in the direction of Antonio. So Ryan Eckley will come out for the first time. They just stalled out just past midfield. And this one, somewhat of a shank at the 16-yard line by Evan Morris. 5 of 6, 73 yards. First down, he picks up 3. And let's go down and
watching Marvin Harrison Jr., he said it's like watching a...
Considers not fast.
Yeah.
Because I'm sure he was found that one a little high, but brought in by Julian. That's standard.
Because we do know true. He's... so, I mean, he is magic.
It's McCord under pressure. Who else? Marvin Harris.
Between defenders.
Offset. Incomplete. And said the hardest part is trying to find the game reps. Train him. And he will fly over.
And they're pretty well coached.
To the outside he goes, and it's a first down for Julian and counting. Just keeps the legs churning to the 35.
Into a 5-yard game. And he turns 5 between a guy like Travian Henderson and other running.
This time it's going to be a wide receiver getting in there.
A graduate student, big specs. They needed another guy back there.
Maverick Hansen's made some big plays, including last week. Jalen Thompson starting to play a little bit more on the edge. Been coaching on the field for the majority of the season, but to get upstairs and see the field. Luke with the motion man. McCord. Henderson can't get away. Great job.
A beautiful job.
Going to go quickly here, but it's going to be stopped at the 22-yard.
And Ryan Day said they create some problems. Just 32% conversion.
Spins all the way inside the 10. It's for the first, but it's Henderson who is spun down. That'll end this first quarter. Play action. McCord. End zone is magical. His 3rd touchdown.
And in the red zone, that's huge. In East Lansing, already 3 tonight.
Today was a rushing touchdown, so his 12th receiver list, his 29th career receiving to put together a productive drive. All right, so now you've got Michigan. So the offense has done some good things. They just haven't.
For a pass game, because you're not going to drive it.
Escape to the outside, tripped up after a gain of 4.
Michigan State going a little no 2-by-2 formation right now, trying to
second his hands and explodes forward for the first down.
a very productive play on second and
In there, Nate Carter was the bell cow. Play action for Hauser, dials it up, then Colorado, a 4-star prospect, the #1 running back. Pile forward to the 43. Auburn transfer, 6th year of college football.
on
It's going to depend on the spot. Right now, Steele Chambers was the one to chop them down. We'll see if they'd be willing to.
Ohio State's going to be thinking safe punt. They're not going to right there on 4th down.
But again, 3rd time already. The Michigan delay, stutter step move, the 3-yard line.
You know, last week, and they had drives of Rutgers stopped for field goals.
JT Tuimoloau said we play with a chip on our shoulder after goes down at the line of scrimmage.
Right there.
Spartans 0 for 3 on 3rd behind Tyrell Henry. And I pass midfield. Eckley back out there. Will try to lets it bounce behind them. And this is a fan hasn't completed a whole lot, but they've mixed the Oregon State offense looking to retort as Henderson.
They got a chance to give their offense for Michigan State's offense because
So Aaron Brule go off. She finds Stover just shy of the 10.
those 3.
Michigan State will get the stop. Jesse Mirko. But Henry with a little bit of room if he can get to the 8 coverage by the Ohio State special team, the #1 team in the country.
Game that Michigan State won, I think our kind of record.
He was the team stumbles himself to midfield. And they were 4-4 coming into that game against the #1. Following his blockers, first down as he helicopter.
It's been nice having Jared Meg, different body type, and not abandon the run.
Down by Sonny Styles. Hauser, deep drop, incomplete in the direction of Henry. 56 earlier, that would be from about the 30.
Half the yardage here and go 2 downs to get half of the yardage if you can.
Jordan, and then shoved out of bounds.
Which you would do anyway if you went for it on 4th. Ohio State kicking field goals, particularly
3. And Kim's kick. Reason why, and realistically, the main reason. See the numbers from McCord. Won't picks up 4. How much of that just comes back to cuts?
the better he's going to be. And this
drop from Marvin Harrison Jr. Don't expect it to happen. Has been efficient on 3rd down. So McCord, Harrison Jr. a first down on the freshman ruck.
His size was the difference on that one.
Catch of the day, and it is a first down.
Now this offense becomes your poison at that point. And
Xavier Johnson out of the backfield.
Continues to contribute in positive ways.
Young down on the field for Michigan State. Sit down with some ease. So we'll be in there to replace him. Simeon Barrow, who got hurt time, matched up with Kimbrough. Explodes forward and is in.
And throwing for this Ohio State offense.
70-yard drive, just over 2 minutes off.
Plays. They've got 5 in the game so far tonight.
Is made by Henry as we go down to KT.
Well, right.
And on the other side for Michigan State, it'll.
Then he was bothered by hand injuries all of last.
Looked like Henry may have hopped on it.
Earlier, this Ohio State defense, when you look at their number, take the ball away.
Morris, it is Morris on the dump down, but he's got no room to
Points, and you win a lot of games.
Michigan State does have all 3 timeouts if they can get this first. Recognizing the trouble, flag is down and short of the first down, and we'll see what the penalty is. Did win the toss, elected to defer to the state, a chance to really extend themselves. Boy, the low snap, Eckley fielded it, and Allard makes one man miss. And ducks out of.
You're a gunner, but you can't run out on your own.
11 has changed his number to 42.
To get much better field position. That was a real.
And a line drive delivery from Eckley. 51-yard boot to, by the way, the please don't destroy guys. They are.
Got Ty Guy one of those hats.
Ty Guy would have looked good in timeouts to work with. They're going to start with Henderson on the ground. It would feel right to allow Kyle McCord
for a 2-minute drive.
Complete. He was looking for Fleming. Rutgers matched up again. The screen.
And it looks like single coverage on it, too.
Johnson will line up out wide. Harrison gets a block. Harrison makes one man miss.
Blocking by these wideouts.
Backfield is a pass catcher, and he will put the head down.
And he caught it and turned it.
Darnell Tate, the freshman. First down, stays on it.
Comfort, it's all that. And when he's distributing the football, he's seeing
out a lot more field to work with. And forced forward down here. McCord's going to have to. Anderson just barrels his way.
And have this play ready to go.
End zone. 2 touchdown passes for Kyle McCord this season. And Stover caps off every second of his visit, was playing with their pig. And coming up, Matt, Ahmed, and final 15 seconds here. Ball to start the second half. And this will be a handoff. Caden Curry was the first one there. Inside the end zone will start this at the 25. So you've got Hayden Hauser, a redshirt freshman. He's gaining all the road to the #1 team in the country.
Yeah, I think the big bowl on early downs. If they throw on for line, has played pretty good tonight.
It's on the ground in the first half, and Carter slips through to pick up. These guys that are out there that are young, that are like for guys like Caden Hauser, guys like Nate left. Carter gets wrapped up immediately. He's out there. Michigan State still look, and Hauser can't find it.
Don't have a lot of sacks, but they have a lot of pressures. Completion percentage of quarterbacks against them under.
Here forces Ballard all the way back inside the base, and Ballard tripped up from behind. Just didn't
play, and a nice timing throw by Kyle McCord of everything tonight. And finds way to get him the football.
He's got it! Tripped up across receiving. And he plunges forward for 2.
And only 2 catches, 18 yards. Only 3 last week. I said 4 catches, 25 yards, but injury. It was a pretty significant injury.
Can't get it! Great play by Malik for Jaden Fielding through his 11th on the year.
Now, whether or not he'll win the Heisman, that's tough in college football.
Hauser to full slate of games, and Alabama's always said he just would love to be even invited to New York.
That magnitude, it'd be hard to.
There's Malik Carr in there too. Play action. Hauser, a line. Parachek made the catch, and it's going to depend on
red zone.
Mangum in there as the running back. Up on target, first down.
And got it to him.
The shimmy shake gets him 5. Back on the field. He means so much to this offense. From that tight end spot. Nice slant, and to get his hand in the cookie jar and force the incompletion. Sideline. And we've seen him. Freshman stepping up in pressure, spinning away. 9.5 tackles for losses. Fair catch called for and made by Jake. Done for the day. Will stay on the sideline here. He learned from Wilson and Jackson Smith and Jigba, I would say, for teams around the country.
Yeah, I think the team to be on par with the padded difference he makes to the running game.
Cole, chip Traynor. Just on the goal line. Has time. Traynor this time, nowhere to run. He's going to lose. He's there to make the stop. So 2nd and 14. A decent amount of firepower. They've gotten defensive coordinator Scotty Hazelton says they can just find over the middle, train them on the dump down across. It means so much for their back line.
You see Ohio State line in and Kyle McCord in, but
McCord fading away. He's going to dirt it. Felt the pressure. Come back on for the punt. Tyrell Henry. They've got a lot of pride. They've got a lot of talent. A good Ohio State bounce on this punt. For the season war to end, we'll go toe-to-toe. Hauser will fire short. And
the last 3 coaches, they had to as good as he's been. And come in the pass.
Their defensive coordinator, Jim, faster defensively. This one goes to Joyner. Meanwhile, Michigan State's going to go here on 4th down and 1 in their own territory. They're 1 for 1 on 4th down. That was the fake punt earlier in the game. Give it to him, push him forward. Mangum's going to get the first down and keep the drive alive.
Good tough run. He's the guy who also ran it on.
A couple games into the season, a couple of weeks into the season, it's a very similar position to what Ryan Day had when he was first named that acting incomplete. And in the direction of Henry, flag does come in as he was matched up with the freshman Malik Hartford.
Yeah, Malik Hartford has interference.
So I think he agrees with you, Ty.
The nod of
evades to the outside. Nice run. These two coaches that have had similar experiences.
And allow them to coach because a lot of those guys might tag. And it was Ryan Day instead. Number 72 maybe coming in. Oh, make a good snap. Now look.
Handoff, Mangum slips through, first down, nice run.
He's lean when football.
Oh, it was batted down.
Finger, but Jermaine Matthews another well.
And Jim Knowles said it's not ideal. Malik Carr is going to get a catch and run here and picks up. Carter back in there, dump it. Gates couldn't come up with it. He went to the defense. Eichenberg out for this game.
I talked to James Laurinaitis, who's a G. He wants him to come back, be a cap.
On the 10th play of the drive, and he'll gain a yard in the game. Made it from 53. He gets it away. Fair catch called for. 39 on his list.
Yeah.
That's what I hear. I've got to check. He's generally led us in the right direction.
Yeah.
For the fourth quarter.
Well, remember, so they would have to go even further down the depth.
Carson Beck really starting to settle in that starting quarter. First-year starters. McCourt hands off Johnson into a crowd, and a big Maverick Hansen is the one who made the tackle.
Off had to go in the tent for a while. Tonight, that has had to be assisted.
More Marvin Harrison Jr. the rest of the way across the 40 as he's dragged down at the fourth.
Like they're continuing. Of course, Oregon plays USC.
The Caleb Williams show can always put a damper on Oregon offense and train them into Michigan State territory. So new quarterback in now, Pierre, South Dakota. One of the
behind Kyle McCord, and then it's left in the ballgame.
By the way, heck of a day for Kyle. Play action and a completion. The yards after the catch coming. Maybe he'd get here earlier, but he decided to stay. Teams, three-sport athlete, excelled at all of them. Evan Pryor also in dragging tacklers for 5.
Played 3 top 10 teams, and there's nothing.
Play action pass, and then he is upended. He somehow stayed up. Pryor on 3rd down and 1 in a 3-point victory, and they pulled out. And another whistle.
Their starting quarterback here first, and it helps.
Lincoln Keenholz in the Ohio State offense. Plate broken up by Kimbrough. And Fielding's kick left. So a conversion, a game-breaking as Nate Carter runs hard per usual and of the way. Final 9 minutes here, and his coaching staff about Carter this week chance to really go through a full season and body at the correct level. Not to say he's not.
The last 4 games for Michigan State, their lead now Nathan Carter is sitting there at 11.
So with Fincher in there, 9.
They might have to tap him on.
Parachek well short of the sticks. Meanwhile,
play a very stingy style.
Became number 42.
Away for Michigan State. 4 made at the 23. As Pryor is devoured in the backfield. A lot going on with the program. Certainly the last 48.
Going to happen because if you're a Michigan people or fans, you're going to. It could have been worse, right? I mean, I think they're going to take some legal action to see if they can play a really good defensive football team. They started out the game. They ran the ball 30 consecutive plays. A way to win in a very gritty fashion. So this week, maybe even Gallup.
Not known anything and still does not know anything. Michigan State, it's the 5th-year senior walk-on Joyner, and he is leveled in the backfield.
His red shirt, or was he going to play tonight? The first half and the second half. And we're seeing the 5th-year senior.
30. Meanwhile, Noah Kim, who started, it wasn't going to be the guy to come in. So that means score far is here on 3rd and 9. Side, it goes low. It is a completion down to get it. So 4th down and long upcoming. About the Spartans as I am. And after last week's win, excitement. Caleb Williams is the guy who's trying to be shaken out for USC. He's out of the running. But
Daniels, we've been talking about his numbers, the 3 losses as a team.
And Florida is overcome for a Heisman candidate. He'd just be excited to be invited to New York, to be in the college football playoff game last year. The play clock is going to dwindle all the way down and delay of game.
Discipline, and they almost have to slow. He is very meticulous in his preparation.
And he gets stonewalled. Ohio State, they craved a fast. Wired